What I want to talk about now is the concept of a slice. What is a slice and why it's important that we need to use slices and create slices from our designs. So what is a slice? Basically, this image you're looking at, and this is simply the images removed from the design we're going to be working in for our graphic design to web page conversion. And what I've done is removed these 3 images from our original design. And I want to use these as an example of slicing. So we have a seahorse, we have an orange clam, and we have a yellow fish image. And that's how I've labeled these within this document. So this is the slice exercise.psd. And inside each of these layers within our document, I've simply duplicated the layer 3 times. And the only reason I did that was because in our design, we have a feathered edge. So this has nothing to do with slicing. It's just in my seahorse, you can see how the edge is a little bit feathered if I just have 1 layer. So just to explain what a slice is, I want those edges a little crisper for you. That's all. So in each one of these, you'll see 3 of the exact same layers. So this particular image is actually a single image, and this image is comprised of the outer border, which creates the entire image, and then there are also individual images inside of this. Well, if I wanted to work with just my clam image, what I would need to do is remove that image from this big piece. So let's say on my web page, I want to place just this image. How do I go about doing that? Well, that's what slices do for you. What I can do is tell Photoshop to chop up this single image into whatever pieces I designate. Now, the pieces you chop up from a single image are always going to be a rectangle or square, simply because that is what pixels are. Pixels are squares, so we are always working in a square when we are slicing. We can't do odd-shaped slices. So what we're going to do is take this square here and remove it from the big image. So what I can do is known as slicing, and there's a specific tool that you can use in Photoshop, and it's located within the crop tool area. This is CS5 version of Photoshop, and it's right here. So notice there's a slice tool and there's also a slice select tool. So once I've created a slice using the slice tool, I can select it to edit it using that tool. So in my original graphic design for our web page we're going to work on, you can see I have 3 images. They do have a subtle feathering effect surrounding them. So that's the piece that we have within our image in our design. So what I want to do is use this main graphic design, and I want to pull these images out just as they look in my graphic design. So here are the images we're going to be pulling out. Now you can see the edge is a little bit lighter, which is why in this image I made it a little bit easier to explain in terms of it being a square. So I will take this web page design, and what I'm going to do is figure out what images I need to pull out of it for my web page, and I do that using slicing. So that is a slice, and Photoshop and Photoshop Elements allow you to slice your designs up into smaller images for use in a web page. So that is a slice.